Hello guys and welcome to a new video. This time a case solve from the Microsoft Excel World Championship South Africa chapter. It is kind of a hard case, especially it is math heavy and there's one super brutal level. I'm not currently sure how I will tackle this, so I've done it before, but I do not know if I only will show my solution instead of sitting here 1 hour to figure it out again and you watching it. That might be, but yeah, I don't know currently. So basically a alien race has another method of calculation, another number system with base 7, and here that is basically everything you need to know. And now, so first split text into letters array and then drop this ugly sign at the beginning, and then now we actually have to then map this with their sequence of decimals 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, yeah, it's 0 I guess, but that's not of importance now. And then we x match minus minus, well, yeah, we x match this here, and if we have an x match minus minus, and if we have an error then it's 0. And we need to do the following, since this is like the second place. We have to do here a sequence of equals sequence 7 to the power 7 to the power of sequence, 4 columns starting from 0, and then starting from 7 to the power 4 to the power of 3 minus 1. Oh no, that way. And then let I take here then columns of minus, take from the end, columns of I, and then I multiplied with this and then sum. $15, $20, yeah, seems right. Everything right. Now we do the following. I make a lambda, lambda b, and this is then b, and I give it this here and copy then in formulas, define name, broken pos, make it underscore. So we have now defined this as a lambda and can reuse it later. This was, by the way, the very easy level. Now we also have so-called negative broken numbers, indicated by this sign here, and then they're written the other way around and indicated by this is minus. And I will first drop the first letter, so it's right, then -1, and then I will, 2 letters. Let's drop 2 letters, then reverse the string, concatenate it with something, and use minus pos broken 41, yeah. And we're good to go. We now also name this lambda b, and rename this neck broken. Okay, here, and this will be data tabled. We basically apply different mathematical operations to 2 numbers, and they are either negative or positive. So we therefore use text split and use those symbols as a delimiter. Row delimiter, and then determine is this a positive or a negative broken number. Negative means there is this symbol in there. If is number search, then neck broken neck, otherwise pos. Might need to map this. A. Yeah. And then we apply the method. So xmatch text after and text before equals xmatch this in here, and we then use choose. If it's 1, then it's multiplication. If it's 2, then it's subtraction. If it's 3, then it's addition. If it's 4, then it's division. Enter the first game number, 41, 60, B1, B4. And we have calculated. Seems to be right. Now I will for now skip level 4 and we'll come back later. First to level 5 and then 4 of the 5 bonus questions. So in this case, we have to decode for these words. So I will split. And then I use my pros broken. This will not spill. Now then map. Wow. Map lambda A pros broken A. Yes, and then do an XLOOKUP for those numbers. Okay, nearly. First make this a usable list. To row. I'm always mixing up this rep row feature. Rep calls. Rep rows. Yeah, here we go. And then do an XLOOKUP for those numbers in this list, returning the name, and text join with this as a delimiter. And we're good to go. Now, in level 1, which digit appears least often, taking into account question and answers? And in this case, I use most of char in area, haystack, excluding the example, and instructions. And then least often here is at the bottom, it's the 7. What is the lowest answer from level 2? It's basically min of this. What is the human equivalent of the largest broken number we can represent using 4 digits? So since the largest decimal of this broken thing is a 9, our number is x999, or broken symbol, but the x is the symbol I drop anyways, and then equals pos broken 2400. Here, this is related to level 4, and I will therefore skip it for now. And then level 5. How many words are there in level 5 questions excluding the example? And this is basically equals sum of len of this minus len substitute space against nothing. Now add 1, because even there is not a space, there's still a word at the end, since the space is kind of only the delimiter. Will this not spill? I thought this will spill. No. No. It might be. Is this another form of space? No. Okay, then we do it differently. We use this ugly symbol as a delimiter. It should then work basically. Yeah, I know where the issue is. This +1 should be outside the brackets. And now we get to the answer. Sorry, guys. Now, level 4. The brutal level 4. So, basically, I think I will try to model this. So, what I did first was basically splitting out everything based on the where are those delimiters here? Put those in here. Now equals text split this by those delimiters. And therefore I then get all the numbers. Now we can copy this part here in here, and we then get our numbers in decimals. Is this right? Something is off. 504. Doesn't seem to be. Why is this not right? Right, is this not right? 72. Why? Search net. Okay. Something is weird here. $504. No. $504, right? This is. This should be 72. Why is this not working? Oh, I see. I see. No, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Something is odd, guys. Sorry for that. I will be hopefully back. So let's copy this here. Trim it. Trim, Julian. That was the issue. Here we go. So there are leading your characters in there. I have to trim to get to the solution. That was the issue. So, and then I also want to have those out here, and therefore I use text between. And the first delimiter is a space. The second delimiter is also space. And here those instant numbers I will adjust manually. 4, 5, no, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay, now we have splitted it, and what I will now do is form this here with a semicolon in between. And now I will explain a little bit more about this. So what we can see here, we have multiple operations that we do in sequence or in some sort of sequence. And the blockers are using the following order. They're first doing division, and then they're doing subtraction, then they're doing addition, and then they're doing multiplication. What I can also now immediately see here, there seems to be not the same number in the same game, and there is kind of not that often the same operation back to back. Here it is, for example, but at least not the division operation back to back. And yeah, so now we will do the kind of modeling. So what I first do is the division. We now filter all the numbers out where the division is let's say following, let's say leading, not following. So filter number if the division, do I want to fill this at the beginning? Yeah, I want to fill this to make it the same size. We stack this and something equals this. So here 48 and 46. And if you think, oh, this is kind of easy, try this out. So these are the instructions for the example, and it isn't that easy because you're building out new forms of mathematical operations. Then here drop here the first one, and now we do not need to fill this, and we get here, this is then our operation, and this is kind of dynamic. So here, for example, in game 70 there are 2 operations where we would need to divide, and there we would then have our answers. So now we do the following. Concat with this isn't the limiter, we need this for later. Or do we need this actually for later? Yeah, we need this. And then say, okay, and let's do actually the operation. So the result of this broken operation here would be 21, and of this would be 9. Now, this is kind of then our concatenation of this and this. Okay, track this further, doesn't matter. So this is then our regular division with normal regular expression with normal numbers and broken signs and broken order. And I now do the following. Replace based on multiple appearances, list substitute multi. So we're starting here. This should be then replaced by this here. And this is then after we did our first set of operation. This is our term that is remaining. And therefore I have checked if there is for the division division signs back to back. There aren't, and therefore we can simply use this substitution method. Later it will be a little bit more complicated. And now then our next operation is the subtraction, and there we basically do not the same. We first have to split this, text split our new term by our row delimiter. Make this numbers and use our text between or what we can also do then here is text split by those and then drop the first row. Yes. So now basically we do also some filtering operations, although we have to adjust some stuff. Wow. Okay. Excel not responding. Okay, hopefully it will recover soon. Otherwise I have a problem. Okay, be right back. Okay guys, sorry, Excel thought ran not break down completely and nothing was solved, so I haven't recovered it. I'm working, and therefore this might be a little bit similar, different. Therefore I'm working on the previous solved version, so to say. Now, so what we've done, we filter those arrays here, then based on the next operation, which is subtraction, and we do this for both symbols. It will break down again. Hopefully not, but seems. Okay, be right back. Okay, so now we are filtering on this if this is the same thing, and then we are filtering on this here if vstack drop -1 is the same. No. -1. I should type when I speak. Is there something where we have multiple operations of those? Yeah, level 75 to show you this. Is it the 75? No, 76. Here we go. So you see dynamic solution. Yeah, let's stay with this. Then we basically do the same and concatenate this. Then, since this is abstraction, our method is this array minus this array. And our starting point is this concatenation thing here. Now, so I will first do the method that is not 100% error proven by simply saying, okay, I can basically do the same and replace this here. Now it looks all fine, but for other things like 61, no, I think 61 is fine. 62, yeah, there are versions where this is not working properly, and therefore we later have to go back and fix this. But for now, let's do the addition. This is fixed, so I can copy this here and copy this here. Here, addition. Basically, we can copy those formulas to the side. On this here too, all dynamic. And this is then addition. Then our formula is this formula here. And we use our replace. So this is a multi-replacement lambda where I can replace multiple values with a list of other values. So it's substitute in brackets a lot of times. And then over remaining operation is multiplication. And copy now a little bit more. And this is then not this, but this operation here. And then we say, use this and replace this. No. Replace it here. And we also, didn't know if I have mentioned it, but I've used an if error. So if there is an operation to do and then all this will be wrong, then we revert back to the original term of the previous operation. Now, we will face some issues with this, and I will show you where. So let's play a few games here, for example. Because here we have a problem. We are not ending with only one operation. We're ending with a few operations, and we can therefore not replace here. This is a general problem, so to say. And yeah, this is now the problem I have told you before. The problem we have to fix. Because here we have then, we basically say 5 times 9 times 16. And what I would do is 5 times 9, 9 times 16, and then multiply this again. So we actually, if there are operations, here for the first term it is not important because there is no division operation following a division operation, but for the 3 other operations, especially after we did the replacement, it might be the case that there is an operation following the same operation, and then we have an error. And yeah, let's try to fix this. So what we are basically saying, how can I do this in a simple fashion? So it has to be, or should I simply copy my formula in? Okay, I'm silly. I will show you this in an instance. So basically what the operation here is doing, I'm searching, are there more than 1 rows? If there are more than 1 rows, then check if the follow-up operations are the same. If this is the case, then do this. If follow-up operations are the same, yeah. If this is the case, then do a product of these numbers. Otherwise, do the replacement operation. Otherwise, do the replacement operation. So only if we have more than 2 rows, and only if here this is the same operation, so to say, then do this. We also now copy this here. But if error is reverting, okay, interesting. This should be a solution I can copy, but it isn't. P is this. If error, then do this. Why are you not doing this? Interesting. Okay. I'm silly. Yeah. Okay. Here we're then doing sum, and here we are then doing another operation. Because here we basically have to say, okay, we're doing sum, but we're doing sum with a twist. We're restacking 1 times if sequence of rows and then -1, and we're multiplying this with our numbers, and Oh, I've not closed here this bracket, and we are thereby doing first is positive and then it's negative. All the following numbers are multiplied with negative, and by summing this up, we're basically doing subtraction. And this now should work. 62. Okay, let's. Okay, I need to do regular data table. Data, what if analysis data table. Okay, it has not calculated. Options, automatic. Here we go. Oh, it's quite fast. And we have a solution for everything. And this is max of level 4. So sorry for the confusion with Excel breaking down and that I haven't explained everything on level 4 in 100% detail, but it is brutal. So basically I splitted it out into different operations in order of those operations. I made a if possible, because possible means the operations are not consecutive. Then I did a replacement of those operations with the result of the operation, and otherwise I did it differently by basically getting out or replacing the term with the result of the multi-operation. So this here is the multi-operation of substitution, this is the multi-operation of addition, this is the multi-operation of multiplication, and thereby you get to the result. And yeah, it took me a while to figure this out. I think Dim has another approach with reduce. I have not searched it. I only saw his timestamps with fail 1 and so on. So yeah, interesting. Hard case, way harder than Uncorked, but still super funny and a little bit more math, which is also sometimes good in Excel esports. So thank you for your attention. Hope to see you next time. Bye.